nation! No donation, no salvation!
And remember, respect is everything.
Hey everyone, we are back, and today we're going to look at one of my last combiners, for now, until I can get more parts. We're going to look at Superion, and I'm pretty excited about this one because, one, he's actually, surprisingly, the most stable combiner I've built. Yes, even more stable than Menasor, surprisingly, and 10 times more stable than Bruticus was, and I'm actually looking forward to putting them together. But first, we're going to look at the individual bots, and then we'll go from there. So, well, I guess we'll start with, here, we'll start from this order. So, here, let's, let's just move these guys aside, since, yeah, it's going to get pretty messy here. Alright, so we're going to look at Airaid first, because he's kind of my favorite. Mostly because of the sentimental attachment I have to this character, because he was one of the first aerial bots that I built. He was actually one of my earliest builds, too, so that's another reason I have some attachment to this character, because he's just kind of, I don't know, I just like him. I also, in my story, he's kind of like the very snarky, kind of wannabe cool guy, and in reality, he's really no better than anyone else, but I don't know, I like the character that I came up with for him, and it's pretty, once I actually finish writing that story, I'll publish it, and hopefully something will come of it, and who knows. But yeah, here's Airaid in his jet mode. I want to say right now, ahead of time, I don't know, even though I did research all of these characters to make them look correct, I don't remember any of the names of the jets they turn into, so again, if you have a list of jets or want to Google it and post it in the comments, feel free to do as you please, because I am not good with jets or names or any of that stuff. But let's get to transformation on this guy and all the others. We're going to start with Airaid here by first, we're going to untab his arms from the wings. Ooh. That wasn't supposed to happen. Okay. And do the same thing on this side. Ooh. Okay, that wasn't supposed to happen. That was really tight. I don't know why, but that was really way too tight. Oh well. Anyway, there's his arms done. So yeah, again, a lot of these guys are very simple, but that's mostly due to the combiner thing. So there's his legs done, and then just rotate his little head out. And yeah, I like this guy. I would have brought out their weapons, but there's so many of these guys, and at the end of the day, I just give them whatever weapons I have lying in my box. So there's Airaid. Next, we're going to move on to, what's his name? I forgot his name. Okay, his name is Skydive. Goodness gracious. I am not good with names. I don't know why. I can remember every other combiner, but for some reason the aerial bots give me the worst time. But here's Skydive in his jet mode. He's basically just a color-swapped Airaid, which, I'm cool with that. So we're going to want to unclip his legs from the back here and split them. So the tail fin is going to end up on one side. Next, just unclip his arms from the body, I guess, and just spread his legs out, and then rotate his head. That's really all there is to him. There's not much else to him, but he gets the job done. He does have blue eyes. Again, they're just hard to see because I made the mistake of using clear for the eyes. Next, we're going to look at the leader of the aerial bots, Silverbolt. So here, let's put these guys to the side. And, oh man, he's a big fella. Yeah, this is actually not accurate. This I do remember. He's supposed to have one single tail fin, but, could only do so much. So yeah, extend his legs out, and he's a bigger figure, so he actually uses ratchet joints, which is necessary for the combiner gimmick. So there's his legs done. Next, we're going to rotate his arms out and pull his fist out. So there's his fist. We'll do the same with the other arm. And rotate his fist out. So he's got kind of gorilla arms, but we'll let it slide. And then next, we're gonna, oop, he's getting really tall. We should probably point this camera upward. Alright, so just pull the cockpit back slightly and then rotate his head out. Yeah, I couldn't really do much with that cockpit, so it's just kind of free floating there. Here, let's make his legs look a little more natural. So there's Silverbolt. So yeah, he's a little taller than the rest. Really, it's just that cockpit making him look weird, but I mean, he kind of has to be bigger for the combiner gimmick to work. Next, we're going to look at Slingshot here. So here he is in his jet mode. Very nice. So yeah, hit. Oh, something's missing here. Ah, because he's an arm, I forgot that part of his thing came off. Anyway, sorry about that. So yeah, there's Slingshot in his jet mode. So that's cool. All right. Next, we're gonna same with the other guys. Just unclip the legs, stand them up, pull the arms out. Pretty standard. These guys pretty much use the same general template, which is fine. I mean, I'm not complaining. I mean, I don't have a problem with that. I couldn't find orange or red for his head, so I just made it completely gold. It is what it is. So he's got a very gold face. Plus, it would have blended in too much with the rest of his body. So there's Slingshot. Finally, Firefight. I think that's his name. I don't remember, but it'll be in the bottom in the comments. Or heck, if somebody wants to correct me, they can do that too. Unclip his arms. And come on, pal. Oh, that wasn't supposed to happen. I pulled too hard on the wing. Ooh, come on. There we go. Make his arms look a little more natural. Rotate his head around. And we should be good. So there's all the aerial bots, looking kind of cool. And their articulation's all pretty much the same, so there's no reason to really... I didn't really go over articulation anyway, so let's jump straight to Superion. So let's get this all cleaned up. I'll get them back in vehicle mode, and we'll go from there. Okay, so for Airaid, I mean, not Airaid, Silverbolt, we are going to show his torso transformation because everybody else just pretty much just stays in jet mode. So for Silverbolt here, we're going to, what you're going to want to do, now I'm actually going to go through it this time because he's actually stable to some degree and won't shatter into 1,000 pieces. So here, we're going to pretty much mostly put him back in jet mode, not entirely. Oh, ooh, that one. I've never had a Transformer fall apart this much before on camera. Only when I actually want to do the video is when things, all hell breaks loose. There we go, okay. So yeah, rotate his arms back like this. And you may want to spread those out a little more. There we go. Next, just fold his fist back in. And I think it's more or less the same process. Again, I haven't combined these guys in forever, so apologies if anything looks out of place. And then just rotate his head around, fold that cockpit back. And, yeah. Alright, so now that we got the torso ready to go, let's go and add the extra combiner parts, since that's what's going to help with his stability in combiner mode. Because originally, he was my most unstable combiner, and now he's the most stable, which is ironic. Alright, so first we're going to attach these bright red connector bits. And there's that. I'm going to have to look at my computer screen because I don't remember the actual configuration. So give me one moment. Alright, I'm going to do my best here to remember the configuration. If I do get it wrong, again, I apologize ahead of time. So I think Airaid is the left leg. So that would be this leg, technically, because he's facing the opposite direction from me. So that, I think, would make sense. So that's his leg on. Next, we're going to grab... I think he is this leg. Okay. Apologies if I'm struggling here. This is very difficult to do while there's a camera in my face. Alright. So the legs are pretty much done. I think that's correct. I hope that's correct. Here, I might need to fold his arms down so I could fold those wings back a bit. Yeah, I actually gave him articulated wings because I was expecting him to be a leg. But the first time I did this around, I messed up and made somebody else a leg when they weren't supposed to be. Alright. He's getting really tall. Wow, we're gonna need some height on this. Okay, next we're going to apply this chest piece. If I can remember how this goes on. I think it just goes on like that. Okay. There's a chest piece. Next, we're going to do the arms. So if I remember correctly, Firefight here was the right arm, I think? Could be wrong. Again, I'm doing my best off of my memory here because I should have wrote these things down. And then we'll grab this hand and here, he looks like he's standing on his own. So here's Slingshot. Plug that hand in. And then he should just go on just like this. Alright. Okay. And finally, I'll form the head. Cheap of Ultron references are great. Here, pull that cockpit back a bit. And just rotate his head forward a bit. And I did make him a weapon. It's not G1 accurate, but I thought it looked cool. So here's this double swordo thing, which will plug into this hand right here. Alright. Amazingly, he didn't crumble into 1,000 pieces. Alright. So there is Superion. And I'm pretty happy with how he turned out. He's actually really nice. He has no real articulation, but again, none of my combiners really do, because then they would just topple into 1,000 pieces and destroy everything around them. But you know what? I'm okay with that. I can live with this. The fact that I got them to combine in the first place is pretty good. So, yeah, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.
Hallelujah! Another soul saved!